Hey, so I just finished talking about Mrs. Latham, and when I get to heaven, I'll make amends to her. I don't know. You don't know how to make amends to people. It's out of your world, right? So I guess maybe by doing these videos and stuff, it just puts good in out the nature of the world. And I don't know if it'll make up for me being a brat, but here we go. So I want to talk about my seventh and eighth grade teacher, and it was the same person. I don't remember much of sixth grade. I really don't. That's okay. Things happen. They go away. Bye bye. Anyway, in seventh grade, we had Mr. Canfrio, and he was a football coach. And he was supposed to be the phys ed teacher, I guess, at one of the other schools, but he got assigned to us. And in teaching, you have to go where they tell you or you don't work. So, anyway, we kind of lucked out because he was a great guy. I think the boys got a little more attention because he was always scouting for like football people. But he was so good to us. He taught us all kinds of things. He let us. Oh, the best part was he loved to go on school trips. It's like he didn't like the classroom. Go figure, phys ed teacher. Anyway, we were always going on school trips. It was a wonderful thing, and he let us be ourselves. He let us just kind of be who we were. If you wanted to learn this, he kind of did an old fashioned kind of a one room school thing where you can work on that project. You don't know, he was very progressive, and that made it even more fun. You could he didn't squash us, basically is what I'm trying to say. He didn't force us into that mold so that we get good scores, so that the city of Garfield looks more intelligent than the city of Lodi. He didn't do any of that. He didn't make us get ready for the test. You know how they do. So anyway, he encouraged the boys to treat us good, and he meant a lot to me. He meant a lot to me. And at the time, there was a movie that came out in the theaters called To Sir with Love, and it starred Sidney Poitier, and it was about a teacher that was teaching for his first term in a really rough neighborhood in a really rough area of London. And these kids were not expected to succeed, so they basically were pretty not behaved, and they made my brattiness look like an angel. So I highly recommend that movie, To Sir with Love, if you want to pull it up on one of the old channels where you get those movies. And there's a song in the movie, same title, To Sir with Love, and a singer that was popular back then named Lulu sang it. And as a tribute to Mr. Canfrio, I would like to read that to you. And to me, this is for him. And what we had him in seventh grade, and then we got him again in eighth grade, which was like, whoa, yay, more school trips, more fun. And he let us be like grown-ups. It was the most, I don't know, I didn't have a great image of a dad at home, so he was like the first guy that I really kind of attached myself to in a positive way and looked up to. And here's the kicker: I did not act up in his classroom. I didn't. I don't know. I wasn't afraid of him like I was afraid of getting slapped by Mrs. Latham, but he had an authority about him, and he was super tall. I want to say 6'4". I don't know. He's definitely should have been like, tight end something. He was good. Anyway, here is the word song. No, I'm not gonna sing. I'm just gonna read the lyrics, and this is for you, Mr. Canfrio. So let's see if we can't get this done. Those schoolgirl days of telling tales and biting nails are gone, but in my mind I know that they will live on and on. How do you thank someone who has taken you from crayons to perfume? It isn't easy, but I'll try. If you wanted the sky, I would write across the sky in great big letters that would soar 1,000 feet high to Sir with love. The time has come for closing books, and long last looks now must end. And as I leave, I know that I'm leaving my best friend, a friend who taught me right from wrong and weak from strong. That's a lot to learn. What can I give you in return? If you wanted the moon, I would try to make a start, but I would rather you let me give my heart to Sir with love. So that's for Mr. Canfrio. And the reason, and the guys can guess it because you know some of my background, the reason I really latched onto him is because my dad was in absentia at home, There was no positive role model. I had my Uncle Bernie and my Uncle Tommy. I think my Uncle Tommy had moved to Florida by then with my cousin Tommy. But Uncle Bernie was busy with his own kids, and like we didn't live close. And so I saw Mr. Camphor every day. He was like a positive male role model on a broken little girl. And he was kind, and he told the boys to be nice to us girls. And that's a big deal to a girl that's like shapeless and directionless as far as knowing how to relate to a man. And I didn't act up. I was good in his classroom, and I got great grades. And eighth grade graduation was beautiful. I got to sing a song. Like, I think I told you guys that. But anyway, uh, God bless Mr. Canfrio. And I know this one was a little schmaltzy, but I just had to give him credit and say thank you, because he probably saved my life emotionally when I was in seventh and eighth grade. Okay, guys, onward and upward. More about Garfield.